What's up, guys? Welcome back to another review for today's episode, and welcome back, of course, to Rail Chief 74. Now, today's video is kind of a little long overdue, but I'm really glad to have finally upload this project to you all until now, and that's because, as you can see on the table here right next to me, we are going to be discussing about and reviewing the brand new Lionel METCA exclusive GP9 locomotive, which was announced earlier this year by METCA in 2024, and they finally arrived on November 5th of this exact same year. And this one that I have here, of course, is decorated for the Texas Special. Now, these engines are unfortunately made in very limited quantities, so first come, first serve. If you're planning to get one sooner rather than later, make sure to do so, because they're not going to be available in stock for very much longer. But as for today's episode, we're going to be discussing about some of the detail that's on this engine. We'll also listen to some of the different horn and bell sound effects. We'll even discuss a little bit about why I picked out this locomotive in the first place. And as always, we'll have fun with this video like we always do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So sit back and relax, and I hope you guys will enjoy. Okay, so here we are up close with the engine, and before we get on with the rest of the review, I do want to address that normally I don't necessarily buy a whole lot of trains that are being produced overseas, especially Lionel, but due to the fact that this engine had a little bit of a small manufacturing production in the United States to like a small degree, I'm pretty much okay with it. And when me and my dad were deciding about which locomotive we wanted to get next for the collection, originally we wanted to go with the Texas Special NW2 switcher, which was made for the Lionel Collectors Club of America. But once we saw that METCA was coming out with these brand new GP9 engines, we were hooked. And just like with the switcher, the Texas Special really grew on us the most. So examining this thing from front to the back, you can tell that Lionel has really applied a lot of impressive detail and quality to a high-end locomotive like this. And without going into too much information about all of the detail that's currently on this locomotive, you're really getting what you're paying for when it comes to an engine like this. And also, with the locomotive itself, you get LED directional lighting, especially in the number boards and the marker lights, along with the cab, which also illuminates once the train is in idle. With the features that are equipped with this engine, you get legacy Bluetooth and TMCC control. You get legacy rail sounds, a fan-driven smoke unit, which you actually have to apply smoke to either the right or the left smokestack, or you can do both at the same time, depending on which one you want to add smoke fluid to. You also get electro operating couplers on each end, and the minimum curve radius to operate the locomotive is at 0.31. Now there's also a little hatch on the top of the roof which will allow you to gain access to the inside, where the little switches and the DC can motor, one of the DC can motors, is located. And with these switches you get the option to turn on and off the Bluetooth system. You also have a switch for the run program, which will allow you to operate the locomotive with TMCC or legacy. And then finally you have the switch for the smoke unit that you can turn on and off whenever you want to. So with all that being out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the power to the entire layout. We'll get the train up and running, and we'll get this thing rolling down the track. One final thing that I want to note on before we go ahead with the running session is to talk about the truck frames for a moment. When me and my dad first started running the engine, I kind of picked this off right off the bat as soon as it was starting to move, but there was a little piece that fell off of the truck frames once the train was running. So I went ahead with a pair of tweezers and gently applied it back into place. So like I said, if you guys get a locomotive, or high quality locomotive for that matter, which is something like this, please make sure that everything is intact before you go ahead and start your locomotive on your train layout. All right, so now the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Let's go ahead and apply power to the layout. We'll listen to some of the sound effects, and we'll have fun with this running session. All right, with the Lion Chief app, let's go ahead and listen to the different sound options for both the bell and the diesel horn. Let's go ahead and listen to the bell. So please make sure to mention in the comments section below on which one was your favorite.
Dispatcher, error is made. Brake test complete. Are we clear to pull? Over. Cleared onto the main. Out.
Alright, let's go ahead and roll her out.
Next stop coming up. Please move to the front of the car. Next stop coming up. Gather all your belongings.
Ladies and gentlemen, drinks and snacks are now being served in the lounge car.
Next stop coming up. Please move to the front of the car. Next stop coming up. Please move to the front of the car. Next stop coming up. Gather all your belongings. Next stop coming up. Please move to the front of the car. My fuel's at 3/4. Out.
Train orders say hold the siding until 44 clears. Then we can take the main. He should be through any minute.
Dispatcher, we're ready. Is it okay to pull? Over. Take the green. Out. Next stop coming up.
Alright, well that about wraps it up for today's review. Once again, for more information on how to operate the Lionel GP9 locomotive, make sure you look to your director's manual, which is provided with you with your locomotive. And like I said, there aren't very many of these engines left, so if you want to give your hands on one of these beauties, make sure to do so sooner rather than later. But with that being said, my name is Mike. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell down below for any other projects that I upload. And I do have a bonus review coming up pretty soon in the next couple of days, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. But like I said, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you all next time.